This video is brought to you by Navy Federal Credit Union. Navy Federal is federally insured by NCUA and an equal housing lender.
Going into the Army or even the military can often be stressful, and an aspect that can often get overlooked is an individual's finances. Who will I bank with? Do I need a credit card? How will I pay my bills? And so on. So today, I want to give you some tips that might help relieve some of those worries and help you be prepared. And that video starts right now. Before joining the military, people are often focused on things like getting into shape, learning about what the military lifestyle might be like, and often don't think about some of the more admin things until later when that comes about. Sometimes that results in people not making the best decisions when it comes to their finances because they are just trying to knock it out and get that out of the way. I have some tips that I want to share with you that might help make better decisions, and because this video is brought to you by Navy Federal Credit Union, I want to highlight some of those ways that they can actually help you in those different areas. In the military, you're going to receive your paycheck via direct deposit to your bank account, so it's important to have a good financial institution that will be reliable and convenient no matter where you get stationed at. When you arrive at your initial training, they're going to want to collect the bank account information, the routing numbers, so that they can get you set up for direct deposit for your pay. So you need to have your bank account already set up before you ship off. Navy Federal is a credit union, so there are some advantages to banking with them compared to a bank. With a bank, profits go back to the company and the shareholders, but since Navy Federal is a credit union, that means that they are not for profit. This means the profit goes back to the member in the form of dividends, lower rates and fees, and exclusive discounts. So you essentially make a little bit of money just by banking with them. Another advantage is you get paid one day early. Payday in the military is on the 1st and the 15th of the month unless that day happens to fall on a weekend or a holiday. With Navy Federal's free active duty checking account, you can receive your paycheck via direct deposit one business day before. Is it that big of a deal to get paid one day early? Maybe not, but in the military it becomes this fun thing where your buddies are talking about how they can't do this or do that until tomorrow when they get paid, but you get to brag about how you can do that thing today because you got paid a day early. You might also be wondering, how can I bank with Navy Federal if I'm not in the military yet? Well, if eligible for membership, you can still open up an account with Navy Federal and become a member before joining the military, and then after joining, talk to them about changing over to their free active duty checking so that you can get in on all the benefits that they offer to those that are in the military. Just check out that link that I'll have down in the description box down below. Another key thing that I recommend to young service members to do is start building up your credit score, especially if you're young out of high school, because you likely don't have any credit history, which will cause you to have a low credit score. But why do you need to build your credit score? Well, there might be the possibility that you want to get a car loan, you want to use your VA loan at some point, or even if you need to rent an apartment or a house off base, like individuals that are married in the military, then the landlord is going to look at that credit score to decide if they want to rent to you or not. A low credit score might not mean that you're just going to get denied at every place you try to get an apartment, but it might be the difference between you getting a not so great place to rent and a nice place to rent. One way to help you build that credit score is by getting a credit card and using it responsibly. Using it responsibly is the key word there. If you go and get this credit card and just go crazy and run up the balance, then that's going to hurt your credit score. You want to be aiming to use only 10% of your available credit or less. For example, if you have, let's say, one credit card and that credit card limit is $10,000, then you would want to try to keep that balance under $1,000 to maintain a good credit score. Navy Federal has a great credit card that could be a good choice to help you establish or even build that credit. Their Navy Federal In Rewards secured card has no annual fees and can earn you rewards on everyday purchases like groceries and gas. How it works is you deposit at least $200 into your savings account to act as your card's credit limit. You then make sure to keep paying off your balance each month on time, and after a while, you may be eligible for a higher credit limit or upgraded to an unsecured card. Navy Federal has several other credit card options, but the main point is that you want to make sure that you are being responsible with any kind of credit card, not letting that balance get too high and always making your payments on time. Navy Federal has a lot of options that can really help those that are currently serving in the military or even veterans. They have options for checking, savings, business checking and savings, plus options for auto loans, VA loans, personal loans, and more. So just make sure you're checking out that link I got down in the description box down below to see what they can offer and help you stay on top of your finances while in the military or even as a veteran. My question to the viewers out there that might have like some experience under their belt with these situations, what is a good solid tip that you would give to someone that is fresh into the military to help them keep their finances in check? For me, I'd say making sure that you have like a savings account and you're setting money aside in there that could be essentially for like maybe an emergency fund, or even like a fund that you've been putting money aside so that way when you go on leave, you have some, fun money allocated for you to enjoy yourself while you're on vacation and have a good time. Whatever you do, just make sure you have like some kind of plan, be responsible with your money in the military, because I've seen too many young soldiers where they get that first taste of freedom after moving out of their parents' house and going into the military, and they get crazy with like expensive cars, new gadgets, they get themselves in debt, and it can be a challenge to dig yourself out of that hole. So be responsible, do your research, and talk to your peers that have gained some of that experience and know how to manage their finances. So check out that link down in the description box down below for Navy Federal. Like the video, make sure to share this video with someone that could maybe benefit from this information. Thanks for hanging out, thanks for watching. I'm Christopher Chaos, and I'll see you next time. See ya.